Director Comey had in a congressional hearing last month when some Republicans were complaining about the fact that he had closed the case and there were a bunch of new developments. Here it is.
Would that not require a reopening of the investigation to solve those issues?
I haven't seen anything that would come near to that kind of situation.
Chairman, do you think it's likely that Director Comey reopen this investigation with just 11 days to go before the election with no idea what's in the emails and whether or not this is a substantial development or not?
To me, Chris, this has to be a substantial development. I just don't see Director Comey opening this case back up 11 days before the election unless it is quite serious. Now, look, there's a lot of different scenarios here that are possible. Is it possible that maybe some of these emails are part of the 33,000 that are missing? Is it possible there are communications between Huma Abedin and her husband, the former congressman? There are a lot of scenarios that are possible here, but I think after the several meetings that the Congress had with Director Comey, he was quite clear that the investigation was done and that he would only open it if there was significant information. And my guess is there must be something significant.
These emails were apparently on a laptop that was shared by Huma Abedin and her estranged husband, Anthony Weiner. As chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, does it concern you that Anthony Weiner apparently had access to what may have been classified information?
Well, it's the job of the House Intelligence Committee and part of the legislative branch to provide oversight over the executive branch to ensure, first and foremost, that classified information remains classified. And that's why, I just can't believe that, we've called on Director Clapper to investigate this, to possibly pool these more classified information getting out. Should Hillary Clinton's staff be given classified briefings at this point? I think it is a question that needs to be answered. Now, look, at the end of the day, we don't want to speculate here, but it is our job to make sure that this information remains classified.
You brought up the Director of National Intelligence, General Clapper. You have said more than that. You have said that you believe he should ensure, the Director of National Intelligence, that Hillary Clinton never gets access again to classified briefings and classified material. You're talking about the person who in just over a week could be our president-elect.
That is right, because we are a separate branch of government, and I believe that the information that it's just not believable that Secretary Clinton, with all of her experience, decades of experience, decades of receiving classified information, would not have known that she was looking at, analyzing, communicating in classified information over an unsecured network. It's not believable. Now, if you go back to what Director Comey said, he gave a pretty strong indictment back in July, but what he really said was, look, she should have known, she was reckless, he just didn't have enough information to indict her on this.
The word out of the FBI is that this investigation, and I think from all of our sense of the kind of metabolism, if you will, of the FBI, will not be concluded by Election Day. Would it be fair to say that if Clinton wins, and if Republicans hold on to the House, you continue to be the chair of House Intelligence, for instance, that there will be investigations, more investigations of the woman who could be our president-elect?
Well, we will clearly investigate all of the information that we have as it relates to classified information being put on unclassified networks where Russians, Chinese, other bad actors could get a hold of the information. And look, I know this is a little bit rhetoric. Well, look, I know that this is rhetoric, but this is Hillary Clinton's fault. This is Hillary Clinton who set up a private server. This is not House Republicans. And on Friday night, Secretary Clinton holds a press conference in Iowa, and basically she attacks Director Comey, which is ridiculous. And then she goes and during the Q&A portion, she says that some letter was sent by the Director of FBI to House Republicans. Now look, She knows better. She was a United States Senator. She was a First Lady. She was Secretary of State. She knows good and well that Republicans and Democrats, the chairman and the chairman of House Intelligence and the House and Senate and ranking members were all notified of this information. So just Friday night is another concern of mine. I mean, she knows the game. She knows what's going on here.
Chairman Nunes, we want to thank you. Thank you for your time today. Always good to talk with you, sir. Up next, Hillary Clinton tells the FBI, get all the facts out. We'll talk with her campaign manager, Robbie Mook, when we come right back.